Method of site acquisition, sealed envelope coupled with geographic coordinates. The sealed envelope was given to the subject immediately prior to the interview. The envelope was not opened until after the interview. In the envelope was a 3x5 card with the following information: the planet Mars. Time of interest approximately 1 million year BC. Selected geographic coordinates, provided by the parties requesting the information, were verbally given to the subject during the interview. Interviewer, plus 10 minutes, ready to start. All right, now, using the information in the envelope I've provided, exclusively focusing your attention now, using the information in the envelope, focus on 40.89 degrees north 9.55 degrees west. Subject, I want to say it looks like I don't know, it sort of looks. I kind of got an oblique view of pyramid or pyramid form. It's very high, it's kind of sitting in a large depressed area. Interviewer, all right. Subject, it's yellowish, ochre colored. Interviewer, all right. Move in time to the time indicated in the envelope I've provided you and describe what's happening. Subject, I'm tracking severe clouds, more one like dust storm, it's geologic problem. Seems to be like just a minute, I've got to iron this out. It's really weird. Interviewer, just report your raw perceptions at this time, you're still early in the session. Subject, I'm looking at A, after effect of a major geologic problem. Interviewer, okay, go back to the time before the geologic problem. Subject, total difference, it's before there's no I don't know, oh hell, it's like mountains of dirt, appear and then disappear when you go before. See large flat surfaces, very smooth, angles, walls, they're really large though, I mean they're megalithic. Interviewer, all right. At this period in time now before the geologic activity, look around, in and around this area and see if you can find any activity. Subject, I'm seeing it's like a perception of a shadow of people, very tall, thin, it's only a shadow. It's as if they were there and they're not there anymore. Interviewer, go back to a period of time where they are there. Subject, mumble, it's like I get a lot of static on a line and everything, it's breaking up all the time, very fragmentary pieces. Interviewer, just report the raw data, don't try to put things together, just report the raw data. Subject, I just keep seeing very large people. They appear thin and tall, but they're very large. Wearing some kind of strange clothes. Interviewer, all right, now holding in this time period, I want to move from your physical location in space to another physical location, but in this time period. Move now to 46.45 north 353.22 east. Subject, deep inside of a cavern, not a cavern, more like canyon. I'm looking up the sides of a steep wall that seem to go on forever. And there's like a structure with it's like the wall of the canyon itself has been carved. Again I'm getting a very large structures, no intricacies, huge sections of smooth stone. Interviewer, do the structures have insides and outside? Subject, yes, it's like a rabbit warren, corners of rooms, they're really huge, I don't feel like I'm standing in one, it's just really huge. Perception is that the ceiling is very high, walls very wide. Interviewer, yes, that would be correct. All right, I'd like to move now to another location nearby. All right, move from this point in this time to 45.86 north 354.1 east. Subject, they have appears to be the end of a very large road and there's a marker thing that's very large, keep getting Washington Monument overlay, it's like an obelisk. Interviewer, all right. From this point then, let us move to another point. Move now to 35.26 north 213.24 east. Subject, it's like I'm in the middle of a huge circular basin of the range mountains by almost all the way around, very ragged mountains, very tall. Basins very large. Scale seems to be off or something, it's just really big, everything's big. Interviewer, I understand the problem, just continue. Subject, see just a right angle corner to something but that's all, I don't see anything else. Interviewer, okay, then let's move into a little different place, very close. Move from the point you are now, in this time, to 34.6 north 213.09 east.
Subject, the cluster of squares up and down. It's like you want to make them square anyway. They're almost flush with the ground, and it's like they're connected, something very white, or reflects light. Interviewer, what's your position of observation as you look at this thing that reflects light? Subject, I'm amid oblique left angle, sun is weird. Interviewer, look back down at the ground now, and we're going to move just a little bit from this place, just a little bit from this place, 34.57 north, 212.22 east. Subject, it's like I can just perceive like a radiating pattern of some kind. It's like some, really, strange intersecting kind of roads that are dug into valleys, where a road is just a little below the edge. Interviewer, tell me about the shapes of these things. Subject, they like real neat channels cut, they're very deep, it's like the road went down. Interviewer, okay. Now I notice electrically you're nulled out a little bit and I want you to stay deep and recapture your focus here. Subject, it's really tough, it seems like it's just always very sporadic. Interviewer, I realize that, it's very important that you maintain your focus. I have a movement exercise again for you, and this is some considerable distance away, so, holding the focus in time, remember the focus in time that you had before and moving now to 15 degrees north, 198 degrees east, take some time and get back deep. See the, intersecting, whatever these are aqueduct type things. These rounded, bottom carved channels, like road beds. See pointed tops of something on the horizon. Even, the horizon looks funny and weird, it's like, different. Misty, like it's really far away, very vague. Interviewer, okay. Another movement now to 80 degrees south, 64 degrees east, 64 degrees east. Subject, I see pyramids, can't tell if it's overlay or not, 'cause they're different. Interviewer, okay. Do these pyramids have insides and outsides? Subject, got both, and they're huge. It's really, it's an interesting perception I'm getting. Interviewer, I think that he's losing his ability to move accurately, but he is attracted to things that are interesting, so we're going to go with his own, we're going to let him go ahead and explore what seems to be interesting to him rather than move on the targets indicated here. Subject, it's filtered from storms or something. Interviewer, say that again, Subject, they're like shelters from storms. Interviewer, these structures you're seeing? Subject, yes. They're designed for that. Interviewer, all right. Go inside one of these and find some activity to tell me about. Subject, different chambers, but they're almost stripped of any kind of furnishings or anything. It's like, strictly functional place for sleeping, or that's not a good word, hibernations, some form, I get real raw inputs, storms, savage storm, and sleeping through storms. Interviewer, tell me about the ones who sleep through the storms. Very tall again, very large people, but they're thin. They look thin because of their height and they dress like in, oh hell, it's like a real light silk, but it's not flowing type of clothing, it's like cut to fit. Interviewer, move close to one of them and ask them to tell you about themselves. Subject, they're ancient people. They're dying, it's past their time or age. Interviewer, tell me about this. Subject, they're very philosophic about it. They're looking for a way to survive and they just can't seem to get their way out, they can't seem to find their way out, so they're hanging on while they look or wait for something to return or something coming with the answer. Interviewer, what is it they're waiting for? Subject, there evidently was a group or a party of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of their environment. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way to find another. Interviewer, what was the cause of the atmospheric disturbance or the environment disturbance? Subject, I see a picture of like oh hell, it's almost a warp in oh god, this is difficult. It's like going, let's see. Interviewer, the raw data? Subject, oh, I get a globe, it's like a globe that goes through a comet's tailor. It's through a river of something, but it's all very cosmic. It's like space pictures. Interviewer, all right, now before you leave this individual, ask him if there is any way that you ask him if he knows who you are and is there any way you can help him in his present predicament? Subject, all I got is that they must just wait. Doesn't know who I am. Think he perceives me as a hallucination or something. Interviewer, okay, when the others left, these people are waiting, when the others left, how did they go? Subject, get an impression of don't know what the hell it is. It looks like the inside of a larger boat. Very rounded walls and shiny metal. Interviewer, go along with them on their journey and find out where it is they go. Subject, impression of a really crazy place with volcanoes and gas pockets and strange plants. Very volatile place. It's very much like going from the frying pan into the fire. Difference is there seems to be a lot of vegetation where the other place did not have it. And different kind of storm. Interviewer, alright, it's time to come back now to the sound of my voice into present time to right now the 22nd of May 1984, the sound of my voice. Move now back to the room, back to the sound of my voice, back further, now to the sound of my voice on the 22nd of May, 1984.